People they ask me, say, BBC, how we go take help support your channel? How we go take help support? Listen, I know they ask for any financial support from you guys. Anybody will do out of kindness, good. But the main support what I could do for me, be to share any content where I upload. They like them because sharing is caring, and the more they share them, the more they help us grow. Welcome to Boss Master, guys. So now let's get straight to it. I want to talk about our three brothers right now: Kamaru Usman, Israel Adesanya, and of course, the unified heavyweight king of the universe, Anthony Joshua. These three guys are special in three ways. I love in Vietnamese. I know some of you guys will say, how are they special? How? I mean, you know they are special, but how are they special in three ways, right? BBC, watch this up now. First of all, if you are a hater, if you're a guy that's gonna come in here and say, oh, but I grew up in England, oh, but that one is from America, oh, that one, he grew up in New Zealand. I don't want to hear that shit. Because just because Mikey is born here, you know what I mean, it does not mean that they are not Nigerian. Because let's keep it right here. A native German definitely will not see my son as a native German. He will see him as, okay, a Nigerian German, or a mixed kid, or this, or that. I mean, many things they will call it. You know what it is? We're in the Western world, so many names, so many labels for so many people. Now let's get straight to it. These three guys are special in three ways. Israel Adesanya is special in a way that makes him unique. Joshua special in a way that makes him unique. Kamaru Usman special in a way that makes him unique. First, let me start with Adesanya. Adesanya is a guy that talk the talk. People don't listen to him because they see him as a guy that's skinny. You know, they look at his physical form and say, this guy, who be this guy? This guy can do anything. He can't do shit. I would knock him out like Paulo Costa. Look at Paulo Costa, physical, shape. Paulo Costa looks like a Greek god. Okay, let's keep it real right here. A Greek hero. But Israel Adesanya came with something different. Adesanya's power is an inbuilt power. It's not something you can see. You cannot see until you step in the octagon with him. You would not notice his power until he hit you. You will notice it because looking at him from afar, you see a guy that is skinny. You see a guy that look normal, but once he gets to you and hit you in your shin, you will definitely feel it. And that is what happened. That's what makes Israel Adesanya very special. Kamaru Usman, our brother. The guy that master Nababa for his side. The guy Nababa, when I say Nababa, that's another, guy I can call a future god of war. He already has the tools. But I think after his next win, he becomes one. Kamaru Usman is a beast. He's a monster. Okay, he's a beast. He's a guy that can wrestle. And if you like Israel, let me tell you what makes Kamaru Usman special. Kamaru Usman is special for the fact that if you want to wrestle, he will be willing and happily and with a very huge smile in his face to wrestle you, take you down, and beat you the hell up because he knows how to do that. If you want to fight, Like, right? You want to fight, right? He will break your jaws where like he broke Kobe Covington jaw. I see so. In Kamaru Usman, you can tell that he's got power. Does Kamaru Usman hit hard enough? Of course he does. You can see that he's got power, but the power is not what he utilizes in most of his fights. The power is not only what he like. You can see it, but that's not his main target. That's not the main weapon he uses when he wants to really get you down. His wrestling skills is just on another level. Let's keep it right here. Now, coming to Anthony Joshua, the unified heavyweight king of the universe, and also the only two-time unified heavyweight ruler in the whole wide world. I love in Chinese. Joshua is what we call a specimen, an embodiment of, bro. I don't want the heap praise for our brother, so that maybe we're going to say, guy, you be too much fanboy. But as a Nigerian, I'm proud. I'm effing proud of all these guys. And we are talking about 3 guys now. We have not even added the upcoming guys as well. Apochi, Rafak Bejori, Efia Jagba, Oluwaseun Wahab, Rilwan Lawa, Lasisi, bro, Lawrence Okoli, Joe Joyce, Umar Sadiq, bro, David Adeleye, guy, we never even had those one. Those one just the outside now, but we're talking about the 3 guys that Nigerians most appreciate. Joshua is special in a way where you look at Joshua, you see a god, okay? Let's keep it right here. Joshua is a god of war. In fact, let me retract my statement. Joshua, Kamaru Usman, and Israel Adesanya, all of them are god. 3 of them are god of wars. Because Kamaru Usman has got the skill set, the fighting IQ. What I like most about Kamaru Usman is his wrestling ability. What I like most about Adesanya is his confidence. You know, whenever he says something, he want to get that thing done. And about Joshua is the most one of the most humble boxers in the world, and one of the most humble athletes in the world. I still think Joe Joyce is number 1, the most humble boxer that I've known. Joshua is the second, that's for sure. Joshua, what made Joshua special? I mean, where do I ever start? Make a lot to eat praise for our brother, Bodisha. Joshua is humble. Is a calm lion. Joshua's got power. His ring IQ is improving. What made Joshua special is that Joshua came into the scene, the heavyweight scene, and took over within 3 years. Something Deontay Wilder could not do, something Tyson Fury couldn't do, something the other fighters are trying to imitate, but still can't get it done like Joshua. Whenever they mention Joshua's name in a negative way, they either look bad in the next fight or they lose it. Joshua is not a guy that talks too much. Doesn't talk too much. He's a very calm lion, like I said before. But when he talks, just make sure so they don't prepare your bed yourself to arrange everything for you. Because Joshua, imagine Joshua they talk, guy. I know say people like him for his humbleness, which I respect as well. Which I never know which I respect him for. But imagine Joshua tell you say, he talks, say, for example, if Joshua were to say, if he dies, he dies. One time. Or I would say, I go put you for so place. Guy, may that guy not come that ring that night, the fight night on fight night too. Because now what Joshua talk he go do. But Joshua get his own other qualities. That is being calm, being collective, and being very strategic. Let's forget about that Ruiz Jr. loss. That one I just be say Joshua not ready for the things. In fact, if we know what happened, we already know that if an opponent pull out, and if an opponent pull out at the last minute, and the opponent is replaced with another, a fighter will always find it hard. If fighter will always find it hard to get the job done. And by the way, Joshua was already getting the job done until he rushed into one of Andrews Jr.'s illegal shots. Let's not forget that shot was illegal. Let's not forget about it. Andrews Jr. tried the same thing in the rematch in Saudi Arabia. What happened? Joshua did the same to him, and Andrews Jr. complained. I love him, Vietnamese. So, these three guys, Joshua, born in Watford, Kamaru Usman, born in Auchi, grew up in the States, Israel Adesanya, born in Lagos, grew up in New Zealand. These three guys, you see, they grew up in 3 different continents. And that made them special in 3 different ways. That makes them special in 2 different ways. 3 different continents they grew up at. And that makes them special in 3 different ways. Because each and every one of them encountered with people from other tribes, from other background entirely. For example, let's take a look at New Zealand. The Samoan in New Zealand, the occupied island, Polynesia. Take a look at America, for example. America is a melting pot when it comes to cultures. A lot of cultures out there, a lot of people out there, a lot of different people from a different background. Anthony Joshua growing up in the UK, where there are lots of Nigerians, Jamaicans, other Africans, and so many people there. So he grew up around, and of course, the travelers, the gypsy travelers, the gypsy people. And of course, the Germanic people of England, because they're Germanic by tribe. In fact, English is a Germanic language. English is a Germanic language. It's just that as time went on, some people had to remove some things and add some things to it. That they kind of like invented it in a way. Because when you go way back and read about and learn about the old English, I just saw recently, bro, that sounds German. And of course, let's not forget that the Norsemen, the Scandinavians, the Vikings, when they invaded England, they brought their culture, which some of them are still very relevant to this day in England. They brought, their language as well. There are some words that we use in English right now that is a Germanic. The English is a Germanic language. Let's just keep it right. If you doubt me, go do your research. Now you see these 3 guys grew up in 3 different locations with 3 different qualities, meeting 3 different people. These guys have friends from different places. Israel Adesanya can call a Samoan guy his brother because he grew up around them. Kamaru Usman can call an African American, a Mexican, a Puerto Rican, I don't know, Salvadorian, anywhere. His brother because he grew up around those people. Anthony Joshua can call a Jamaican, a Congolese, a Trinidad, Tobago guy, Trinidadian, all those guys from the Caribbean, his brother or sister. That's because he grew up around them. You see? 3 different places, 3 different people, 3 different specialties. three different qualities. And that's what makes them special in three different ways. I love a Vietnamese. Guys, like the video, share, subscribe. Go follow me on Instagram at Boxing Blocks. Follow me on Instagram because I need to get to 1K followers there, please. On Twitter at Boxing Blog, and there's one Facebook at Boxing Blog Center. I appreciate every one of you guys that support this channel. I am highly thankful that you guys support the channel. Now God go bless all of you now. Both one way like me, both one way hate me, both one way not send me. God go bless you. As long as you view, you like, or sometimes you dislike self. I don't get your attention with that. And that's so we go to grow. But to my brothers and sisters who love supporting my channel, now triple blessing you go get. 600 years of progress for your family. God bless you all, guys. Cheers.